In the previous video, we learned that plants must perform photosynthesis to survive, and the speed or rate at which this essential process occurs is influenced by 4 key factors. These are light intensity, temperature, the concentration of carbon dioxide present in the air, and the amount of chlorophyll the plant contains. In this video, we will dive deeper into how each of these factors influences the rate of photosynthesis and examine how these relationships can be visually represented using graphs. To begin, let us consider chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment found inside the chloroplasts of plant cells. Its primary role is to absorb the light energy that drives the photosynthesis process. It follows, then, that if a plant has a reduced amount of chlorophyll, it will not be able to capture as much light energy and therefore will not be able to photosynthesize as efficiently. The amount of chlorophyll a plant possesses can vary from one species to another, but even within the same plant, chlorophyll levels can fluctuate depending on external conditions. For example, diseases such as infection with the tobacco mosaic virus can damage chloroplasts and reduce chlorophyll levels. Environmental stress and deficiencies in vital nutrients, such as water or magnesium, can also harm chloroplasts and reduce a plant's ability to make chlorophyll. While chlorophyll is clearly important, when we talk about limiting factors of photosynthesis, we typically focus on 3 major external variables: light intensity, carbon dioxide concentration, and temperature. When scientists or students examine these factors using graphs, they place one of these variables on the horizontal axis and the rate of photosynthesis on the vertical axis. For instance, if we plot light intensity on the horizontal axis, we will see that as light intensity increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases. This is logical because photosynthesis depends on light energy. However, this increase only continues to a certain point. After reaching a certain level, the graph flattens out into what we call a plateau. This flattening indicates that another factor, such as carbon dioxide concentration or temperature, has now become the limiting variable. Similarly, if we examine the effect of carbon dioxide, we observe the same pattern. Since carbon dioxide is one of the essential raw materials used in photosynthesis, an increase in its concentration initially boosts the rate of photosynthesis. But again, beyond a certain level, the rate no longer increases and instead levels off, suggesting that another factor is limiting the process. The graph for temperature is a bit more complex. As temperature increases, the rate of photosynthesis also initially increases because the enzymes that facilitate the chemical reactions work more efficiently at warmer temperatures and the molecules involved move faster. However, this upward trend does not continue indefinitely. At a certain point, the temperature becomes too high, causing the enzymes to lose their shape and function. This process is called denaturation. By the time the temperature reaches around 45 degrees Celsius, most of the enzymes are completely denatured, and the rate of photosynthesis drops sharply, eventually reaching 0. Sometimes scientists and students use graphs that show how more than one limiting factor influences photosynthesis at the same time. For example, a graph may contain 2 curves representing 2 experiments, one performed at 15 degrees Celsius and another at 25 degrees Celsius. By comparing these curves, we can conclude that temperature was the limiting factor in the cooler experiment, as the rate of photosynthesis was significantly higher when the temperature was increased. In other cases, we might see graphs where carbon dioxide concentration differs while the temperature remains the same. If one curve shows a significantly higher rate of photosynthesis due to a 10-fold increase in carbon dioxide concentration, then carbon dioxide is clearly the limiting factor for the lower curve. Understanding all of this helps farmers and horticulturists make informed decisions about how to improve plant growth. For instance, in colder regions, farmers often grow crops inside greenhouses, which capture the sun's heat and help raise the temperature to more optimal levels. To keep photosynthesis going even at night or on cloudy days, they might install artificial lights. In addition, they may increase the carbon dioxide levels inside greenhouses by pumping in carbon dioxide gas or using equipment like paraffin heaters, which release both heat and carbon dioxide when they burn. Another benefit of greenhouses is that they are enclosed, offering protection from pests and pathogens that might otherwise damage the crops. On top of all this, farmers often apply fertilizers to ensure that their plants get all the essential minerals they need for healthy growth and may use pesticides to control insects and other pests. However, all these measures come with financial costs. Farmers must carefully consider whether the increased expense of managing these conditions artificially is justified by the increase in crop yield that they hope to achieve.